Too many miles on the road. At least the pay is terrible.
It is said that the first chapter in the tale of Fallout 4 involves a parent frozen in time while their spouse is murdered and their baby stolen. But this is not our story. Our story begins at the Hanged Man Caravan Company. Well established in the Commonwealth, their network extends to the farthest reaches of post-war Boston. And it is with them that we will attempt to find out if you can play through Fallout 4 as a caravan guard. Today's hero is seasoned caravan guard, Cara Vanguard.
That's the joke.
A patient woman, a kind woman, and a master at diffusing hostile conflicts. The concept is simple. Complete the main story quest while only moving along caravan trade routes, and never straying more than around 20 meters from a provisioner.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days.
We start by hitching a ride to Diamond City to look for work, but it is in lockdown to keep out this one angry woman. I used the secret knock to get them to open up, but whilst the guards usually see this act as a bit of light ribbing, today they woke up and chose violence. I play the old Uno Reverso card and return fire. Before making the genius tactical decision to lose them in the very visible main entrance to the city. Oh no. Oh, this has backfired horribly. After a few too many non-consensual trips to Pound Town, I instead decide to sneak past the guards and use the age-old technique of avoiding scandal by hiding behind the church. The Lord forgives me. Phew. And so do the good citizens, who, thanks to me, will never again see their loved ones, like Jeff here. Jeff, who had swapped shifts with Paul so that he could be free to attend the birth of his child later that day, and as such, will never get to see his child grow up. But it's been like 3 days, so it's chill. I head to the detective agency, where I'm contracted to find the missing Nick Valentine, who runs the place.
I'll find him.
I walk out and see a sneaky little resident. How peculiar. But it's not peculiar. I've actually walked into an active hostage situation. I attempt to defuse the situation, but I forget that this game is set in the US, so of course the authorities immediately open fire and kill him.
No!
At least someone in this town did more than just stand and gawk.
Bro. So we hitch a ride over to Jamaica Plain to begin our first real journey and get this challenge run started. I arrive to an empty ruin, so I set up a recruitment beacon, jazz the place up, and hire a freelancer. This is where the genius of the run comes in. The existing caravan routes simply allow me access to the settlements. I then assign a provisioner to a route that intersects with my objective. They walk the road, and I follow, hopping off to complete missions along the way. We hit the trail, and I immediately feel the thrill of adventure. The wonders we will see, the trials we shall face, the campfire songs we shall sing. I will tell tale of journeys past, and my ghoulish compadre, Christopher I shall call him, can share tales of an old world unscorched. The scope of possibility stretches out ahead of us like sunbeams on water. Wait, why aren't you turning? You're going the wrong way. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. This is most ungood. This is not the adventure I had in mind. Our northbound journey contains far too much west for my liking. Christopher has missed 2 turnings and shows no sign of changing that. Thankfully, he takes a cheeky right-hand turn and we're back in business. We march on, slowly, our relationship soured by the navigational missteps. Seasons change, and with them, we too are changed. The dirt beneath our feet shifts to aged asphalt. We reach urban sprawl, and there, dead ahead, it's Diamond City. We're back at Diamond City. Annoying as it was to be back where we started, my spirits lifted, knowing that we were making good progress. Wait, what? No. 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 No.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Why, Christopher? Why have you done this? This could not have gone worse. If he crosses that bridge, then there is a 0% chance of reaching Park Street Station. Christopher. Christopher, please. Don't do this. Turn. Turn, Christopher! 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 A stunning failure at literally every turn. A black mark on Kara's next performance review, to be sure. But that's the risk you take with freelancers. Undeterred, I catch a ride to the castle. Immediately on arrival, I bump into one of the company caravans, the true titans of the trade routes, and send her off on a brand new route to Bunker Hill. Foolproof. A guaranteed success. We venture forth, stop to deal with a couple of crabby crustaceans. Alright, time to make some real headway. Oh, you can't be serious. My company-certified caravaneer has decided that the most expedient way to reach Bunker Hill is to drown herself. Alright, we must persist. So I set up a beacon, make the castle habitable, hire a freelancer, and... we persist. Okay, bad location. Over to Nordhagen Beach. We hitch our wagon with a company caravan, and without delay, things take a bad turn as our intrepid convoy chooses to walk directly into a heavily armed raider camp. An irritating start, but we continue. Without further incident, all is well. We near Boston Central. As soon as we made it across this bridge, it wouldn't be too long before I made it to... I hate you so much. I would kill this numpty right here and now, but my union contract frowns upon that kind of conflict resolution. Also, I still need a ride. I hope a mole rat chews off your sphincter. When I set out, I could not have conceived of such a fumble. I dreamed of a simple challenge, conceptually straightforward and sprinkled with fun encounters. But no, instead I took a Bethesda to the knee. My cornflakes got kellogged. I got map-marked right in the settlement. But I refused to give up. Difficult problems require creative solutions, and I've got just the thing. I once again find myself at the great green jewel of the Commonwealth, and just outside, exactly where I hoped she'd be, was Cricket and her posse. As you can see, she already has 2 caravan guards, so I create some vacancies. This is a competitive market after all. I approach Cricket, who's just having a little nap, nothing to worry about, and she immediately sets off in a direction that just so happens to be where we also need to go. How convenient. Cricket chooses to continue the journey in her skivvies, as it is a hot day in the wasteland and not because I accidentally looted her outfit while trying to pick up her body. That's a ridiculous notion. She's clearly alive and well. Now at this point you might be watching these events unfold and thinking to yourself, Schporg, this is dumb. You've clearly just killed Cricket and are dragging her body around as some weak technicality in order to continue with this challenge. To you I say nay. Nay to you, naysayer. Firstly, I'm not even touching Cricket. Secondly, watch this. Hey Cricket, are you dead? And finally, if Cricket is really dead, then why is her pack Brahmin still following? Legitimized. Science. QED, thank you. An eon since setting out on this quest, we finally reach Park Street Station. Cricket takes an alive person nap on a postbox, and we head on in. I battle my way into Vault 114, grab the detective, and tell him some lie about a kidnapped child in order to trick his rusted old circuits into leaving by giving him a new case to crack. We fight our way towards the exit. A lot of stairs. Who built this place? A fitness instructor?
More stairs? Who built this damn vault? A fitness instructor?
You did not just. I literally. As we're leaving, Skinny Malone gets in our faces. So I convince Darla to turn her bat on him and proceed to make him a little lighter, or heavier, with all these bullet holes.
Think he's lighter or heavier with all those holes?
Nick! Seriously. We agree to rendezvous at his office. I grab Cricket, figuratively of course, and we dance back to DC in a lively fashion. Enjoy that well-earned bath, Cricket. I get to Nick's office, and my kidnapping lie catches up with me. Before I know it, he's accusing some faction called the Institute, and a guy named Kellogg, whose home we promptly break into and ransack. This has gotten out of hand. But I go along with it, out of a mix of politeness and not wanting to cause a fuss. This is the British way. Nick suggests I follow a dog to this guy, but a dog is not a caravan, so I must depart and find my own way. Not wanting to trivialize this challenge too much, I decide not to take Cricket, and instead give the Provisioners another shot. After all, it was a complicated route last time. This time, nice and easy. Sunshine Tidings Co-op to Somerville Place. You know the drill. Beacon, settlement, freelancer, off we go southbound. Very straightforward. No way, no way, no way. Alright, benefit of the doubt. Perhaps he just wanted to go around this dam for some reason. Maybe he'll turn here and... Oh, no. I'm done. I am done. Nuh-uh, that's it. No. Not okay. No more games. No more mucking about. If you will not go where I ask, then I will make you. If you're wondering exactly what just happened, I'm currently using the unique 2076 World Series bat, which has a unique effect wherein there is an 8% chance to send people into orbit, Team Rocket style. I may have modded that to 100%. Oh dear, I think he's broken. All good. Hold up a minute there, Schporg. I hear you cry handsomely. Isn't turning your caravan into a squishy artillery shell a very un-caravan-guardy thing to do, and something that subsequently puts them outside the acceptable range that you yourself laid out at the start of this run? Yes! This is very cathartic. Thanks to our innovative new approach to caravan coercion, we reach Fort Hagen in no time, and I mosey on in. I battle through the squadrons of skellybots, deeper and deeper into the fort, making sure to break into this locked room for no particular reason. I take a souvenir for my mantelpiece and bounce. As I leave, a massive airship appears, but flying transportation is a true affront to caravanning.
We are the Brotherhood of Steel.
I decide I don't like these guys, not one bit. I find my battered boy making a getaway just outside and catch up. Don't worry, no more bat for you. You've played your part. We begin the slow walk back to base, and my British brain tingles upon seeing pub. I go in for beer, but there is no beer. I trash the place. Eventually, we hit Oberlin Station.
You hear the news from Abernathy, Fawn? Their eldest daughter was gunned down by raiders.
My heart goes out to those folks.
And divert to Diamond City to update Nick. When I get to his office, there's a woman filing a police report about an alleged assault she had suffered outside of the city gates. But that's unsubstantiated slander, so I stab her in the head to remind her of this. Nick insists that I keep hassling the Institute, so he sends me to Goodneighbor to do brain science that'll reveal a way into their hidden base. I head to Bunker Hill and contract my freelancer to take me past Goodneighbor, and within a few steps of leaving the town, he turns the wrong way.
So, back to it.
In my latest bout of home-run hubris, I send my freelancer straight into the Charles River. No matter, I'll simply wait for them to swim to shore and keep going. A minor setback, surely. Oh no. Please no. Please no. Please no, please no, please no, please no. After an agonizing 15 minutes of trying, I eventually land a lucky hit and we're back on track. Now it's just a straight shot across the bridge. After a grand total of 25 minutes tortuously treading water, he is across. We continue on our way and soon reach Goodneighbor, where I desperately try to save Finn here from receiving a Lewisham handshake. But unfortunately, he's on the no-fly list, and as such, my bat does nothing. Oh well, we press on and convince Dr. Amari to help us. Us, the person who just burst in, unannounced, waving a chunk of brain around that once belonged to the person whose memories we now wish to desecrate.
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
She agrees to this ethical request, and we proceed to sprint through his entire life story because we already know that this kidnapping business is just a lie that we told Nick. In a stunning twist of events, we learn that this guy really did kidnap a child, who is now chilling at Institute HQ by way of a teleporter. My lie now vindicated, I leave this stanky, shanky shantytown and commute to Somerville Place. On my way, I cross paths with the Brotherhood of Steel, and for no reason, they open fire on me. An obvious attempt to clear out the competition. A clear declaration of war. From here on out, they are my enemy. When I first planned out this challenge, I always knew that the glowing sea would be the point where I'd have to think outside the box. I had this complicated plan to acquire and duplicate hundreds of synth relay grenades in order to create a conga line of enemies that my caravaneer would then hunt down all the way to Virgil's cave. But so far nothing has panned out the way I envisioned, so instead...
Can't remember. Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
Certainly not.
feet hurt. Everything hurts.
Yeah, I believe you. We eventually reach the cave, and Virgil, having heard of our proclivity for brain snatching, sends us to go and do it again. Honestly, you do something once and it's all people remember you for. Task at hand, prepared to travel, I noticed that on my last hit, I've accidentally knocked my Caravaneer outside of the game boundaries. And despite trying every exploit, bug, and hack that I know, could not get her back on the map, and as such have failed the run. I'm not willing to pack up yet, so I fast travel back to base and begin the trip to Green Tech to restore some honor to this run. After an absolutely nightmarish challenge so far, I desperately wanted to take this playthrough back to basics, back to its roots. So I'm delighted to see my Caravan make a gorgeous right turn, heading straight to our destination. We were back on the road, traveling a carefully chosen route in order to reach our quest objective. Back to making memories with our concrete-bound comrade. Sylvia shall be her name, forming bonds on the road that we call life. And this isn't even a fake-out. We're actually gonna make it to Green Tech unaided. I see it towering in the near distance. I fight a Mirelurk, and then, there it is. We've made it! We enter the building, emboldened by renewed legitimacy. Now this place is packed to the gills with gunner mercenaries, one of the most dangerous factions in the Commonwealth. So to assert my dominance, I take most of them out with a little bonk on the noggin. Not to mention some tactics I picked up from that Diamond City hostage negotiation earlier.
Right there.
I go to engage the Corsair and steal his brain, but having plenty of big brain of my own, I shoot him with a paralyzing lock joint dart. He is a synth, however, which means he doesn't have joints, but servos instead, and the dart does nothing. So instead, I'm forced to give him a little bonk on the nog. Second bit of brain in hand, I head to see the railroad to do some decoding. Sorry, Sylvia, we both knew this was only temporary.
Huh?
Come on, first try. Nailed it. No you don't. Down you come.
It's over.
Not quite. A nice clean hit gets us into the super secret railroad hideout, where we bypass their mega secure door and convince them to help us. Us, the person who just burst in, unannounced, waving a chunk of brain around that once belonged to the person whose programming we now wish to desecrate. They agree, and before long we're bopping down through Boston town to Egret Tours Marina. Our last caravan still stuck outside the map, we hire a freelancer to head south to Somerville, and he immediately goes the wrong way. I am not going to feel guilty at all for what I'm about to do to this guy.
Another day of hard work. It never changes.
Oh, but it does, my friend. In what seems like a bit of an inevitability, the freelancer gets tired of being brutalized in the workplace and finally fights back. This is still America though, so as his employer, I have all the power and force him to continue with his serfdom. I reach Virgil, and the serf follows me in. Ignore that.
Just went out for a little
No, Virgil,
stroll.
it's chill, it's
Thought
chill.
I'd stop back and
Virgil.
say hi.
I buy the serf a one-way ticket to the penetration station, and Virgil gives me the plans to build a teleporter. Unfortunately, it turns out that the penetration station is actually an inaccessible gap between the entrance to the cave and the exterior loading zone, and as such, my serf caravan is now permanently stuck in Virgil's cave, and I have failed for a second time. This cave. I press on and fast travel to Red Rocket for the next steps. Virgil recommended that I hire out a subcontractor to help me build what amounts to the most complex piece of technology ever conceived. But who to choose? The advanced military force, with a massive scientific division and boundless resources. No, those guys suck. They hate caravans and, by extension, me. What about the secretive underground spy group, staffed by doctors and tech geniuses? No, I won't be partnering with those squares. Instead, I decide to go with a faction of poorly armed farmers, who only care about shooting anyone who sets foot on their property. The Republic of the Minutemen. So, I freelance myself over to Concord.
No more British occupation.
You shut your mouth. And bonk, bang, bonk, I rescue Garvey and the Garvettes. Up to the roof next, where I ignore the power armor and minigun, instead sniping the whole street until I get the all clear. Preston and co. head to Sanctuary, so I do the same. Why, you little pricks. But before Mr. Mark Your Map will help, I'm told to go and assist a local farm. It's the Abernathys, and I'm tasked with tracking down a family heirloom stolen from their murdered daughter. So off we stroll, make it to the satellite station. Ooh, right in the dish. Why, you little pricks. Kill the vertibird, kill the raiders, grab the locket, and head back.
Hey there. You look like someone who could use a dog.
You heard the news from Abernathy, Fawn? Their eldest daughter was gunned down by raiders.
My heart goes out to those folks.
I really want to buy your dog.
Okay.
Task complete and dead daughter replaced successfully, I finally build the teleporter and prepare for the next thrilling act in our tale. The relay activates, and I emerge into the majesty of the Institute. I leave the majesty of the Institute. I get a lift back from a passing caravan and head back to Preston, who ignores my wondrous disappearing act and instead insists we retake the castle. But the thing is, the Hanged Man Caravan Company already owns the castle.
Can't believe we actually managed to take
Why, you little pricks. Having been robbed of a battle, the Minutemen then inform me that the Institute are about to attack, and I should get busy building them some defenses. That should do it. I contribute, winning the battle. With a massive victory under our belt, I want to keep the momentum going. So I head over to speak to Sturgis about breaking into the Institute, and he gives me the location of their backdoor poo pipe. Destination in mind, I go back to base to begin what will be the final caravan journey of this run. We walk on, and with each step, I think back on the road behind us. The hiccups and the missteps, the problems and their solutions, the caravans and the freelancers, Christopher, Sylvia, this dickhead. Each of those journeys a lone thread in the greater tapestry of our adventure. The two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. As if ordained by the godly Toddly himself, my caravan passes right by the poo pipe uncoerced, and I jump into the baptizing waters of victory, proudly ignoring the 2 times I failed this run, and Super Mario myself back into the enemy lair. I emerge into the majesty of the Institute, sewers, and fight more skellybots until I'm able to seize control of the teleport room and summon some cannon fodder some backup. The laser sponges and I then fight our way through the facility and reach the reactor room. Go on, team, you've got this. Ooh, go on, yes. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Yes, go on. Yes, ooh. Ooh. Out of pity, I decide to help. And that's when I see him, the most diabolical villain in the entire Fallout franchise. A2018. An Easter egg teasing the release of Fallout 76, set in Appalachia, released in 2018. I take my shot, and with a mighty blow, destroy this monster, and with his death, so too dies the garbage fire that is Fallout 76. Never shall it have the chance to plague mankind. With the true threat dealt with, I plant an explosive and hightail it out of there.
Please, Mom, don't leave me here. I want to go with you.
It is done. All traces of Fallout 76 source code have been vaporized.
Damn it, General.
Preston admonishes me for not evacuating the game devs, but he seems to forget that he is a mere subcontractor, and our business is concluded. Thank you for watching. This is the first of many videos I have planned out, so if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, using the same vigor with which I launched my caravans into orbit. Perhaps leave a comment pointing out a minor technicality by which I failed this challenge another way. Even a quick like goes a long way on a new channel like mine, so I can't thank you enough for those little acts of support. I'm Mr. Schporg, and until next time, ciao for now.